Today I want to speak to you not about the corruption that you do, but the corruption that you are. I want to speak to you about this. What the good that I want to do, I don't do. And the bad that I don't want to do, this is what I do. There's something, listen, King David, he wanted to protect his mother. You can read about it in 1 Samuel chapter 22, verse 3. But there was one thing she couldn't protect him from. And here's what it says. Behold, in iniquity was I born. Iniquity is the gross guilt that separates from God. And in sin did my mother conceive me. The word Yud, Het, final mem. It means conception. I was a sinner from conception. So we're talking about two mothers and two fathers. We're talking about the mother of King David, and we're talking about the mother of Mashiach ben David. We're talking about two fathers. We're talking about Jesse or Yishai, the father of King David. But we're also going to talk about another father, and I'm going to get to that in just a moment. But, you know, it does say that if you twist the scriptures, you twist them to your own destruction. And, you know, there's an intertextuality in the Bible. Don't rock the boat. There were 12 shluchim, but one was off, and he twisted everything to his own destruction. And he rocked the boat. On that boat, on the Galilee, there were people with Mashiach. When I started out in the ministry, there were people who started out. We had this book, Everything You Need to Grow a Messianic Synagogue. We did not want to bring or introduce false doctrine. If you use a heretical JW Bible or a heretical JPS public domain translation, you lose the Zun von der Oberster, you lose the Bar Enosh, you lose his supernatural entrance in the Alma Virgin, you lose his supernatural exit in Isaiah 53, where it says God prolongs his days, and also Psalm 16, which says that he will not see shachat, corruption, and you lose the Tanakh doctrine. And we're talking about the Hebrew Bible. And you see, we are preaching the Tanakh, not some add-on outside later alien canon that is not the canon of the synagogue. You have to get the Hebrew Bible right. If you don't get it right, you've lost everything. And in 1 John 3:9, it's very clear, the spirit of man, new begotten by the Spirit of God, by the implanted word, is the continuing, abiding, and working zara of the new life. And this is why you must be born again. Because every inclination, every yetzer, is evil from childhood, from the womb, from conception. Genesis chapter 8, verse 21. And this is a totally corrupt and degenerate condition which requires a new birth, wherein Elohim Ha'av is the one who puts the zerah in you. And this hereditary het kadmon, this thing from your earliest beginning, is changed. Behold, all things become new. If anyone is in Mashiach, he's a new creature. Old things have passed away. And that means that if you have a new father, listen, unless the Father draws you, I'm talking about Elohim Ha'av, unless the Father draws you, you will not come to him. But if he draws you and he implants his word in you, behold, I stand at the door and knock. The word has his moil knife. He wants to cut the downward pull of the Yetzer Hara. He wants to cut that. And if you can't get this right, what I'm talking about right now, then how can you get anything right? And we didn't have an idea in the beginning when we started Messianic synagogues that there would be people with heretical Bibles. Mashiach did not say we must be born again. He said you must be born again. And that means that you, David, are a lost sinner from your mother's womb, and you, Nicodemus, are a lost sinner from your mother's womb. And you need Mashiach ben Alma. If he's only born of a young woman, then that means there's some Yeshai involved in this, some Jesse. So, and listen, friend, the Father has come to you through his Son. And it's extremely important that through the Ruach HaKodesh, this Beis David Alma, this virgin conceived the Ben David Mashiach without hereditary Het Kadmon, so that he can take our curse. Not his curse, our curse. And cursed is everyone who does not uphold all the words of this Torah to do it. And so what I'm trying to say here today is this, that you must be born again. And you must have an Orthodox Bible. This is a Yiddish Bible that we're throwing all over the Hasidic, all the Hasidic yards in upstate New York, Borough Park, etc. And in this Bible, we correctly translate Ha'alma. We're talking about a Messianic Bible. And friend, I'm asking you today to get your doctrine straight. Understand that you have a problem from the womb and you need a new birth. Would you pray this with me right now? Dear God, say it with me. Dear God, I'm a Jew and I'm going to die a Jew. But I need Mashiach ben Alma to take my curse and give me a new birth through Ha'av, Elohim Ha'av, who draws me and puts his seed in me so that I might abide in his nature. Anyone who goes ahead and does not have the doctrine of Mashiach in the Tanakh does not have God. And we'll say it again. In Yeshua's name, amen.